Thank you, Chairman David Arroyo and Vice Chair Mark Wilson, Treasurer Donna Swallows, Tribal Council, and staff for joining me today. Mark Butterfield, the Administrator for the Eastern Woodlands Office of Native American Programs, and Mike Pulcinelli, our Detroit Field Officer Director, are with us today as well. Now, earlier this summer, HUD announced that the department was awarding $100 million to tribes across the nation under the Indian Community Development Block Grant Imminent Threat Program. This program provides funding to address problems that pose an imminent threat to the public health or safety of tribal residents. This funding will be specifically used to help tribes prevent, prepare, and respond to COVID-19. Today, Hunter Kurtz, Assistant Secretary for Public and Indian Housing, celebrated the final allocation of this $100 million for tribes across the nation. And now, it is my pleasure, on behalf of President Trump and HUD Secretary Ben Carson, to announce an ICDBG Imminent Threat Award of $900,000 to the Grand Traverse Bay of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians. This grant will go towards the purchase and installation of power generators in several buildings that will be used to treat individuals impacted by COVID-19. Congratulations. These funds, they're provided through CARES Act and will be used to support several projects on tribal lands across the United States, such as the construction of new rental housing to address overcrowding and homelessness. They'll also be used for the building of transitional housing for quarantined individuals and families that have been tested positive for COVID-19. And they could also be used for the rehabilitation of an existing hotel for the isolation of tribal members affected by COVID-19. Tribes are finding new strategies in the face of this pandemic to address the health and safety of their communities throughout these grants. And at the end of the day, when Native American families thrive, so do our communities and ultimately our nation. Everyone in this virtual room has a vital role to play in shaping the future of this nation, especially during these unprecedented times in the midst of a global pandemic. We look forward to our ongoing collaboration. May God bless you, all members of your tribe, all those who will be impacted by these funds, and may God continue to bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Miigwech.
Well, I'd just like to say on behalf of the Grand Traverse Band, Tribal Council, staff, and our Grand Traverse Band community, I want to say Chi Miigwech. That means thank you very much. These funds will help us. When we look at what we're going to utilize them for, 4 of our locations, we have community centers, satellite offices in Benzie and Charlevoix counties will receive generators. Then our Strong Heart Center and the Medicine Lodge. So I believe in totality, 5 cases will have power generators, and 4 are designated, I believe, Red Cross, where we can open that up to the community. And for as long as I can remember, Grand Traverse Band has always been a great neighbor, and we have a great relationship with the surrounding community. So really, the overall Grand Traverse region will benefit from it. And just so for the record, we are the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa Chippewa Indians. For your record, you did say Grand Traverse Bay, but we are a Grand Traverse Band, just so there's clarification there. But, you know, I was kind of undecided whether or not to thank HUD first, and we really do appreciate receiving this. Because, like I said, it's going to be a tremendous help to us. But I also need to thank staff, because over the years, we've had some very dedicated, diligent staff work hard on this. Throughout the years, employees may have changed, but one person, notably, Yolanda Murphy, she's the public safety department manager. She's always been one of the key staff members who help guide us along. And we have our facilities department manager, Ron Anderson. I believe he's the project coordinator for this. Miigwech to those 2. Steve Ferenga, our tribal architect, has been involved. And I do believe Jody Lewis and Ruth Dudley have helped out as well. So we are very thankful for their efforts in this, in receiving these funds. And again, Miigwech. And I don't want this to be a reflection of my colleagues or the Grand Traverse Band, but as a tribal member and a tribal council member for the past 16 years, you know, being denied this in the past is understandable. I think we were all we are well aware that these funds were going to communities that would benefit from these. But over the years, we did kind of feel like Charlie Brown trying to kick a football, and Lucy would take that football away from us. When I look at Lucy, I kind of wonder if that person could be named Donna too. There's just something about that person. So anyway, thank you, Miigwech. Again, we are very thankful, and please thank the appropriate staff from HUD who were involved and everyone else involved with making this election. Miigwech.
Thank you, Chairman. And it's a partnership, right? It's you, it's us, everyone to trying to make sure that your mission, our mission is the same, and it's to help the tribe, help the members. So I'm glad that we finally were able to get the funding to you. Mark, would you like to say a few words?
I would just like to congratulate the Grand Traverse Band for being so, I guess, prepared to apply for this grant. It was a first come, first serve, so they got in before on time, and they had a successful application because their grant writers and so forth put in all the right information to prepare, respond, and deal with the COVID-19 crisis. So it's because of their diligent hard work and that they were able to be funded. And my staff has worked very hard to make sure that this was processed in a timely manner so that it could be put to use when it's needed. So I'd like to thank our staff, Mary White, Elton Jones, for doing a lot of the processing work to make sure that this has happened.
Thank you, Mark. Michael, any words?
Unmute mine.
Well, I'd just like to congratulate the tribe on this award. Even though we're down in Detroit, our office, we have jurisdiction over the entire state. So we don't forget about our other partners scattered throughout the state. And when this pandemic is over, I look forward to coming up there and visiting you in beautiful Leelanau County. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out and call us, and we will be there to assist and work with our partners in Chicago who handle these programs as well. So congratulations.
So, Chairman, we just want to once again say we're committed to you and your tribe, and we want to make sure that we are here for you. If there's any questions, please contact Mark and his staff, and they'll be able to walk your team through this. But once again, congratulations. And if you have any closing remarks or anybody else would like to say something, now's your chance.
Miigwech, we share those sentiments and feelings, and I should have mentioned too how important the partnerships are. So we would love to host anyone once the pandemic is
Pass. Oh, there you go.
good. Sorry, do I need to start over? Anyway, I should have said how important the partnerships are. So that means a lot to us. And once this pandemic is over, if you're able to, we'd love to host you and meet you in person to keep those relationships going strong. And I just want to say one thing too. Is there any staff from GTB that would like to say something? I'm sorry, I should have asked that earlier, but Doris or Jolanda, Mr. Anderson?
I'm very thankful we got this. JoJo was so excited and all the work that she's put into this grant over the years. So definitely I would like JoJo to say something about this grant because of the effort she put into it.
Hello, everyone. This is Jolanda Murphy from Grand Traverse Band Public Safety Department and Emergency Manager. I appreciate the grant that we received. It's been a long process. Many thanks to all the staff that have been involved, the grant writers. As they say, persistence eventually does pay off. And so I am thankful. I appreciate the council being available to assist and help us approve and access this grant. So many thanks to everyone that was involved in this. This has been a long process and we are very thankful. Thank you.
Congrats, JoJo.
Excellent. Well, once again, Chairman, thank you. Thank you to your team, the council, and everybody else that has a hand in this to get the money to this point. Now we're looking forward to it being spent. So have a great day. And we look forward, Michael, myself, and maybe Mark look forward to visiting you up there in beautiful northern part of Michigan.
Yes. Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Very
Thank you.
much.
Good.